told you how to find her. And now Mylira Green, what a great time for a relationship segment, okay? Mylira Green is here. She may have a new announcement. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our relationship expert. She got more letters in her name than Van Kemp's got pork and beans. Please get together for my friend Mylira Green in the house. Whoa,
Hi.
how are you today?
I'm wonderful. How are you doing today?
I am so fantastic. I'm working like a Hebrew slave, but I tell you something. I feel the fulfillment of it all.
Mhm.
I've been up since 2:20 this morning. I've been working a little bit on each one of the projects. But by 5:30, I was roaring and ready to go. I was like, let's get the show on. Let's do the stuff. I was ready and organized, maybe too organized. And I'm glad to see you. How are you doing?
I am doing wonderful. I will not dare complain. It is another day, and I am completely blessed to see another day. So I'm celebrating that.
Well, I was wondering, did I see this right? Did somebody just get a new car?
Yes, I did. I did. Right.
Congratulations.
We
Thank
got the
you.
same car. Oh my
So I'm gonna tell you guys this. That car right there is all God. I had totaled my vehicle 4 months ago on my way to work, and my family and I have been trying to do the one car thing. It just was not working. And I literally was praying to God, like, God, I know I need a vehicle, and we have finally said we're gonna get one. And then I found out my son wasn't going to public school. So the money I had set aside for a car, I had to use for him to go to a private school. And then we was like, but we need a car. Like, I need this car. And my husband said, babe, he said, God always takes care of us. And when I tell you, I never thought that I could afford a Lexus. I was looking for anything that was under 100,000 miles, that wasn't too much in our budget. And when I tell you, listen, when I tell you that Lexus didn't even hit the lot, I happened to find it as soon as they posted it online. They didn't even do the detailing of it or anything. It's a 2009, fully loaded. I have a sunroof. I got little leather seats. I got a GPS, and it was under my budget. Literally under my budget and under 100,000 miles. When I tell you it was all God, it was all God. So if there's someone who's watching that is like, God, I had set aside some finances for this, but then this thing came up, I am telling you, he is still working it out for your good.
Oh my God. I love it. Hey, you know what? Do you want to talk about a particular topic? Do you want questions today?
I can have some questions today. I think that would be fun.
Okay, so oh my God. All right. Nelly Baby says, I love polygamy. A woman should always have a team of men.
Listen, I can respect that. I can respect that. Believe it or not, there is this thing that's called the new monogamy. And when it comes to the new monogamy, what they're saying is, for some people, one person don't fill all cups. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to go into my professional bag right now. So any person who this offends, we are not trying to offend you. We're just going to address this topic of polygamy, polyamory, and all the other terms that we want to give. For some people, not just one person can fill that individual's cup. And I know I've talked about this before, that there is two sides of relationships, where you have the companion, which is the friendship and the normal, who takes out the dog, who pick up the kids, who pay the bills, the things that helps us get through just this thing called life. And then you have the erotic side. A lot of the times we don't talk about the erotic side because it's that taboo topic of sex, intimacy, the thing that keeps us in love, that exciting part. And for some people in their relationships, both people don't match on one of the sides. People don't go out and commit adultery because you clean my underwear better than my wife. They do it because there's this excitement that comes with it. They do it because there's no strings attached. And then when we're talking about polygamy and polyamory and things like that, people have to understand there's a difference. So polygamy is where people actually have multiple relationships that have the same exact space. So you'll have that main person, and then you'll have other relationships with the same responsibilities, the same level of attention that you got to give. Polyamory is where I may have a main relationship, but then we have our own separate partners that we agree on. The key
Wow.
to those relationships being successful is having a monogamy agreement or a new monogamy agreement that talks about what are my non-negotiables. How far can we go? What does this look like? Are we just talking to other people? Are we intimate with other people? Do I want to know? Do I not want to know? So although people joke around about having multiple partners, there are some people that are living this lifestyle, but at times it's to a detriment because people aren't having these conversations of what I expect this relation to look like. So then they cause further harm than even if they commit adultery, because the only way those relationships can work is with open communication, honesty, and there's an agreement before you actually go into it. Polyamory and polygamy is not the actual answer to if you committed adultery. So it's not going to be something of I committed adultery, you know about it, you found out, now I want to be polyamorous. That doesn't work.
It's too late.
It doesn't work. So we have to be mindful of the terms that we throw out. We have to be mindful of these are real relationships that take real people to sit down and have real conversations. And if you can't, then you might as well go ahead and be single and just date whoever you want to date. Don't get into a committed relationship.
That's where I am. Because I can't wrap my head around those other things. I feel like once I'm in a relationship, I'm in that relationship. Anything else I do is cheating.
Yeah.
You know? So then I have to make a conscious decision. Do I want to cheat or not? Because the correct thing for me is to stick with the one you told you love. You know what I'm saying? And but that don't make it correct. It just makes it correct for me and my partner, because that's how I'm gonna flow. So I don't want 3, 4, 5 people. I don't even need nobody to hold the camera. We got a tripod. You know, I'm just saying. All right. Let me ask this question. Something just came up. I had it on there. I don't care if it's somebody just had a question I wanted to ask you. Let me see. Oh, why can't you teach old dogs new tricks? And first of all, is that true? Because I have an old dog and she be learning stuff every day. So
it goes back to these sayings that we've created to make sense of life that makes no sense, but because we say it, we manifest it. So it's not the fact that we can't teach old dogs new tricks. It's the fact of, am I actually allowing myself to be a forever student? There are some people that are choosing to be stuck in their ways. So the real thing is, what are you choosing to do? Am I choosing to grow? Am I choosing to go somewhere else? I know that I am intelligent. I know that I know a lot of things, but every day my goal is to learn something new. The only way that an old dog doesn't learn new tricks is when it literally makes a conscious decision. I'm not going to learn no more. I'm not going to do anything different. I'm going to stay here. Now, the question is on the other side, if you are the person that is the receiving end of the old dog not learning new tricks, you got to ask yourself, are you settling? You got to ask yourself, are you the one that's actually enabling them to not learn new tricks? Because if you continue to stay and be a yes ma'am or a yes man, then they're not going to want to do anything different because you're accepting the things that they're giving to you. So sometimes the only way that you can teach an old dog new tricks is when you put the old dog outside on the porch and then they figure out how I'm going to get in this house.
Oh.
Wait, two things.
Okay,
I got to say it before I
Come
forget.
on.
I'm single and I like dating men that wear polyester. How about that? Wait, I just had to say that. Wait, and another thing, I gotta say this. Mylira, I know I'm getting myself together. Wait, I got a cousin and she got mad because she was like, I ain't teaching no man nothing. And I said, pause. You don't want to teach a man how to treat you? Or you don't want to show him how to make things better for you? And she paused and said, you know what? You're right. So I agree with you. I date old men and I teach them new stuff all the time. So you are on to something. Okay, and that's all I had to say. I was just excited that I'm on the right track.
I love
that. On the right track.
I want to ask, aren't there some tricks that we can use to allow us to teach old folks new tricks?
There are definitely some tricks that we can use. And that goes back to having that agreement. Like, we have to be able to, when you are intimate with a person, it's not about safety. It's about how much can I trust the fact that I can take a risk with you. So I'm going to push the envelope, right? And the one thing about it is you declare what your intimacy is. We are so afraid to talk about sex. Like, I know it's this taboo topic, but all of us have this innate desire for that. And what we need to start doing is exploring together. But you get to decide how far I'm going to explore. For some people, some things are a no-no. So know your non-negotiables. Know how far you're willing to go. And the only way that we can be able to do that is really being able to see ourselves exploring. And then I love this comment that says, please, I love myself too much to share with more than one man. Again, this is my thing. Me and my husband, it's just me and him. But the reason why, and I'm going to be honest with y'all know I'm very transparent. I found out this knowledge because we were in a space of trying to figure out, look, we have grown up. It seems like you're going this way. I'm going this way. I love you to life. You're my best friend. But I felt like my marriage was melting, like literally failing. And what I ended up doing was taking this sex and couples counseling certification program, which is the last initials on the end of my long name that I have. And in that space, it opened up Pandora's box. So now you have it. I'm monogamous. I believe that God brought just me and him together, but I'm like, I will try anything to save my marriage. I was not ready for this training at all. This training talked about the new monogamy. It talked about polygamy. It talked about open relationships. It talked about polyamory. It talked about different types of relationships. So in this space, I'm sitting here like, okay, well, what do we try? So for a month, we're researching, will this even work? It did not work for us. I only have my husband. I ain't looking for no boyfriend. So please don't text me with craziness. But we considered it because the thought was, what do you do when you have tried all the things? What's the new thing to do? But what that did, why am I sharing that? We tried it to realize that that wasn't going to work for us. So now we have something that works for us. We're going to counseling. We're building our relationship. We're learning ourselves separately so then together we can grow. And yes, sex is not everything in the relationship. However, how often do people actually talk about sex in the relationship? It might not be everything, but it becomes nothing when you don't talk about it. And I think we talked about this a couple of weeks ago too. Like, when do you like scheduling and planning is being able to get to a space where it might not be everything, but it is a part of it. And we have to start talking about it, or you'll have these weird, wonky relationships because there's no communication about something that's important.
And that's why I put that up there. It's not everything, but then again, it is. You want to have a strong sexual relationship with anyone you're in a relationship with if they also want to have a strong sexual relationship. Then it does become everything for them. So if you're treating it like, well, it ain't everything, we're gonna get to it when I get to it, or don't talk about it so much, you are damaging your relationship. You're hurting your relationship, because if it's important to the other partner, you're supposed to be trying to help the other partner get what the other partner needs in life. Just like they supposed to help you get what you need in life. But if you just make a line and say, well, it ain't everything, you take the importance of it away. And it's very important. And most of my friends in the past who have cheated, they cheated, at least they tell me, and they could be lying, which is more cheating. They tell me they do their cheating because they can't get what they want at home. You understand? I'm telling you, 90% of the cheating is, if you can't get what you want at home, men are lazy. If they can't get it at home, they'll go somewhere else. And people say, well, that's not true. Women do everything for you, but men just naturally cheat. I don't think that's true. I think some men, that's what they always gonna do. But most men are like me. They lazy. Okay, you give me the remote control, some Captain Crunch, and some good loving, I ain't never leaving the house. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on who that person is. But for a lot of people, it might not be everything, but it's so much that it's significant. So sex is significant. And there's a guy named Maslow, the philosopher Maslow, has a hierarchy of needs. And the hierarchy of needs, and the top 4 needs is food, water, shelter, and sex. You need those 4, or you just go crazy. You're going to hang out with a rock for so long.
Yeah.
Okay, let me quit playing. We got to go. We got so much more show. I love you so much. Tell people how to find you, and congratulations on the new car.
Thank you. You guys can find me at Mylira Transforms on Instagram, www.myliratransforms.com. I'm on YouTube, Transform with Mylira, and then Mylira Green on Facebook. I also already put my number up there for you guys if you just need some extra support. And again, I just want to talk about the John Carlos Humanity Week that's coming up September the 21st through the 23rd at Hampton University, where we're going to have Dr. John Carlos himself, the gentleman who is literally the pillar of humanity, who raised his fist in 1968. He's going to be coming. We're going to be doing a panel discussion, an award show, and a community event as well. And the biggest thing that we want to do is make sure that we stand in solidarity for humanity, suicide awareness, and maternal health. So if you are in the Hampton Roads area, or if you're willing to travel, come on out, because we're going to be doing a lot of things to build our community one step at a time.
I love you, sister. Thank you so much. Leave us with a woo, woo, woo.
Woo, woo, woo.
Give it up, Mylira Green, right here on the Michael Coylar Morning Show. I absolutely love you. Give your husband a hug, okay?